defend the children of the poor, and punish the wrongdoer. This is the whole object of the Central Criminal Court, Old Bailey. Here, every prisoner is presumed innocent until the Crown shall have proved him guilty beyond all reasonable doubt. For its effective working, British justice relies upon the aid of the police force and upon the efficiency of the Criminal Investigation Department. It is here at the Hendon Police School that constables and detectives are trained by experienced instructors. Sometimes lecturers talk on special subjects such as law, overseas criminal work, and old methods as compared with new.
Now your instruction is coming to a close. We propose to vary the course with 1 or 2 lectures. Today we introduce to you the famous barrister, Sir Clement Barnes, K.C. His subject will be the trial of Charles Peace. Sir Clement Barnes, K.C.
Good morning. Notable trials of yesterday provide a fascinating field for study. By following these cases, you can not only compare old methods of detection with new, but you will also meet some of history's amazing criminals. To illustrate this, I want to interest you in the case of a criminal of the Victorian period, Charles Peace, better known as Charlie. One reason for selecting Peace as the subject of this lecture is that he was a very remarkable character, a veritable Jekyll and Hyde of crime. The respected trader and the man of evil, living, as it were, side by side. In all the history of crime, there's been no character quite like him, before or since. In imagination, I'm going to take you to Charles Peace's second trial, because it was here, before Mr. Justice Lopes and a common jury, that our story really begins. Back then, to the years of horsehair sofas, hansom cabs, penny-farthing bicycles, and Charles Peace. The case was heard at Leeds on February the 4th, 1879. The trial created great public interest, and people traveled from all over the country to be present at one of the sensational events of the year.
Are you cold, love?
My feet aren't too warm.
Oh, we'll have a sup of tea, love.
Not just now, thanks. Hey, it's like going to a theatre, isn't it?
It's better. It's free.
Charles Peace.
He's coming.
Blue Bottle told me it took 10 men to arrest him.
The chief player in this Victorian drama now took the stage. The man who had baffled the police for years. Master criminal, great lover, a mixture of childlike simplicity and cunning evil. Charles Frederick Peace of Darnell.
Charles Frederick Peace, alias Ward. You are charged for that you, on the 29th day of November, 1876, in the county of Yorkshire, murdered Arthur Dyson. Do you plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty, sir.
But he looks quite a nice old gentleman.
Aye, so did my first husband.
Take the book in your right hand and read from this.
I swear by Almighty God that I will well and truly try and true deliverance make between our sovereign lady, the Queen,
and the prisoner at the bar, whom I shall have in charge, and a true verdict give according to the evidence.
May it please your lordship, and gentlemen of the jury, I cannot conceal either from myself or from you the very great comment that has been made concerning this case, both in the various newspapers and by the public, which must come before you in one way or another, calculated somewhat to bias your minds. And I would beg and implore you to put entirely out of your consideration anything you may have read, and to be guided by the sworn testimony which will be given before you today in arriving at a judgment as to the guilt or innocence of the prisoner. With these observations, I will now proceed to state to you what are the facts of the case to be established before you. It will be shown that previous to July 1876, Arthur Dyson, the man into whose death you are inquiring today, lived at Darnell, a village about 3 miles to the east of Sheffield. His neighbor was the prisoner Charles Peace.
Wherever you may be. R.I.P.
Hello, Johnny. Hello, Johnny. Oh, what about it? Oh, the hell! Oh, the hell!
Hey, Polly, have you forgot it's the Sabbath?
Charlie!
Hello?
Charlie, must you work on a Sunday? I don't like the things you teach that bird to say.
Soon I'll teach her to recite my verses. I've just got a new one. Listen. Your smile has gone forever. Your voice must silent be. We shall think about you always, wherever you may be. R.I.P. Like it?
I love, but don't it rather suggest that poor Mr. Tompkins hasn't gone to heaven?
Does it? Oh. I'll alter it tomorrow. If I could only think of enough verses with the right pretty frames to put them in, they'd sell like hot cakes.
I've got a clever husband, if people only knew it.
Aye, Hannah, I've got brains. One day the world's going to know about it.
Yes, Charles. The children are ready now for the reading.
Coming, love.
Come on, Willie.
Now, where did we get to? Deliver me from mine enemies, O my God. Defend me from them that rise against me. Willie. Eh? Is Willie behaving himself at Sunday school, Janie?
Yes, Father.
Did he enjoy the missionary who taught them last Sunday?
I think so.
Willie,
Yes, Father?
did you enjoy the missionary? Well, Willie, I'm waiting.
Yes, Father.
What did he talk about?
Well,
He talked about...
Let him answer for himself. Well, Willie,
I can't remember.
was it about a foreign country?
Yes, Father.
Which one? Could it be China, Willie?
No, Father.
It was, Willie. You could. If you do it again, I'll use strap, do you understand?
I understand, Father.
And for lying, you'll go without pocket money for a month. You've got to go to Sunday school every Sunday. I'll take no excuse. Is that quite clear?
Don't be too harsh with him. He won't do it again.
Leave this to me. When I was a boy, you were taught to have a proper respect for religion. You want to grow up to be a God-fearing citizen, don't you?
Yes, Father, I do.
Very well. Let's continue. Deliver me from the